Can I get an approval of the agenda, please?
Second.
Okay, the agenda has been approved as second. We're here today to discuss and take action if necessary to discuss the COVID-19 procedures and protocols for Lincoln Parish Police Jury. What you received is a draft that Mr. Postel has been graciously working on and assisting to get that formulated for us. I ask that you please consider this as a protocol and not make it a policy, because, as we all know, day to day, COVID operations, diagnosis, testing changes, and how we live our lives pertaining to COVID-19. But also at your place, I have given you a copy of a face mask exempt card. These are fraudulent. So if someone should present this anywhere, please be known that CDC, the Louisiana Health and Hospital Department have said that these are fraudulent, as well as other agencies. So are there any questions pertaining to the protocol or changes? And I think the reason that Mr. Postel listed Lincoln Parish Testing Center as the Lincoln Community Health Center is because we're open 7 days a week. We also have the 15-minute rapid testing, as opposed to an employee getting a COVID test and waiting anywhere from 7 to 14 days for it to turn around to come back. So this is, I think, the reason Doug put on there.
So that really clarifies one question. The one concern I kind of had with the protocol was that, pretty much throughout protocol, any leave taken will kind of use I think that's the FFCRA Act hours, except for if a person's exposed and they're waiting on a test. So if, nobody's going to be waiting for 2 weeks now, taking their own personal time.
Right.
Because what you're saying is we're going to test here and it's going to take 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
So we're not asking our employees to burn personal time waiting for the test result, because they're going to get positive or negative.
Exactly. It will, 15 minutes, they come in, they fill out paperwork, they see one of the providers, they swab them, and in 15 minutes, that employee will be able to provide the employer a yes or a positive or a negative result.
And
So that
they'll bring
employee,
that to HR companies.
yes, totally. And that is something that, if you sent an employee to the Lincoln Community Health Center and you as the employer wanted the results, that employee would have to sign a release, because it's a HIPAA violation. Even though you as an employer may have sent that employee, they still will have to sign a release, because we just can't give records. We want to give records.
Thank you. So you don't have any issues at all with this protocol right here?
I don't. I just wanted to be known that, I'm sure as time changes, other testing centers will have the 15-minute setup, hopefully, because we're getting a lot. We're not complaining, but right now in Lincoln Parish, we're the only ones that can test an employee and get them back to work the same day.
That's pretty impressive.
So,
Yeah.
And I'll just note, if I may,
please.
if we become aware of other testing centers that do the same thing, we'll be glad to add them
That's
on
right.
here. So we're not favoring a particular
Exactly.
medical facility. This is the only one where we are. I'll also add, if I could, of course, number 4 there was put on there last week when we developed this, and of course it's changed already because of the governor's proclamation. So we'll make that change and then change it back when that policy changes.
Question, if an employee appears to have COVID symptoms upon arrival to work and becomes sick during the workday, who is responsible for reporting or, I guess, sending them home? Or
Within the parish?
no, I'm talking is it the director of that department, or how is that?
You mean like who's responsible for sending them from work or?
Yeah, from work. Yeah,
That would be a Doug question.
is the onus put on that department head to say, yes, you are showing symptoms?
I don't know the department head would have the medical competence to make that judgment call.
Yeah.
That would have to be something that the employee would self-report, but they would need to report that to their immediate
Yeah.
supervisor. And then I would think that the site supervisor would make the decision to send the employee home at that point in time. Yeah.
And if,
Now, if we didn't need to delineate that in the protocol, we can certainly do that.
If you know, I mean, I know at work we have I got a site guy that says,
right,
I'm looking at everyone you come in here, you know, and that's if he changes, which we do temperatures, which I think to me it's a little bit overkill for what we got, but just a monitoring, somebody who is responsible and, I won't say the responsibility is clearly on that person, but somebody in each department. I don't know, I don't know how you put that in a protocol, I think, so.
and understand too also that some employees may present with something, just an elevated temp without other symptoms. Some may present with shortness of breath without any other symptoms. So it will vary from person to person because no COVID patient has presented with this, and this, just all together. And a lot of people are asymptomatic, and it's up to that employee to say, hey, Matt, I've been exposed to COVID.
Yeah.
My brother has it. And you, as the department head, should say, okay, this needs further investigation. When were you exposed?
Yeah.
If the exposure was more than 3 to 5 days, I would advise any department head to send that patient for COVID testing somewhere.
Okay.
Because you tend to see it 3 to 5 days usually,
Okay.
about a week.
Yeah.
And I would definitely, and especially if somebody tells you, and you're the supervisor, I've been exposed, then you've got to realize that you got to kind of protect all the other employees by
That's kind of what I was, I guess, going towards. If we gave that responsible person, hey, here's a checklist of things
Yes.
that they need to look for, they need to ask about, keep in contact. Just
I'll be happy to get a list.
Okay.
Give it to Doug. Ms. Vivian?
We have a protocol that we set up here at the library that we check everybody's temperature as they walk in the door each morning. And then we have a list of questions that they have to answer each morning.
Yes.
And the symptoms of COVID are listed. And, well, there's several symptoms that are listed there. And then they have to tell us if they have any 2 of those symptoms, then they leave immediately for testing or whatever. But we do that check every morning, and then they sign off on it every week, the end of the week.
Very good protocol. Very good. So we'll get that worked up, get it to you, and we can go over that as well. Because it's definitely needed. There are so many signs of COVID. You normally think of high temp, cough, fever, shortness of breath. Well, now a lot of people are presenting with severe headaches and diarrhea. It's just a wide gamut of signs and symptoms of it. So we have to be very careful that we include all of those on that checklist.
Okay.
Ms. Hazel, you have anything? You have anything? Doctor?
This may be a question for you, Tony. Does our insurance, does the employee insurance cover the COVID testing costs?
Yeah, they do not have to, they won't be responsible for the cost.
Nothing out of pocket, okay.
It'll be just like a regular doctor visit.
Okay.
Also, I'm sure Latanya and I know Doug can vouch for this as well. We as a body cannot disclose any employee's health information whether they are positive or negative. That is what you call a HIPAA violation. And each HIPAA violation can net us a fine of $50,000 per violation. So please be mindful. If someone asks you, you direct them to that employee, not even to Doug. You have to ask that employee. If that employee chooses to share that they're COVID positive, that's on them. And if they tell Hazel, say hypothetically Hazel is not a police juror, and Hazel decides she's going to tell her girlfriend and so forth, that's different. But we as a body, we cannot do that.
There may be something else to add to the checklist, is maybe a contact tracing protocol, in addition to this, in case somebody is exposed and positive, so.
Usually if it, here at Lincoln Community Health Center, if you came back COVID positive,
Mhm.
you're gonna get a call.
Okay.
Back who you've been exposed to, who you've been around, your spouse, your kids, whomever.
Okay,
So it will be,
perfect.
and it may be even a call from the state. So
All right.
they are tracking this. Any other questions, comments? So Doug, if I'm not mistaken, we want to work up a list of signs and symptoms. And like Ms. Vivian said, have them check off, 2 or more symptoms. 2 or more symptoms mean you get tested for COVID. I think that would be advisable.
You want to do that each morning, come in, check off,
You give them a check-off list.
check off this.
And at the end of the week, they sign off. And I will give Ms. Vivian the see hers and go from there.
That's the way some people, some stores are doing,
Yes,
especially the credit union.
we have to be very, very careful with this.
And then I think that Mr. Pullen also had a good, I think we need to add in, probably all of the, at least the first 2 steps of, making sure we have a reporting line here
Yes.
where, the employee reports to their supervisor, that they're having symptoms or whatever, just so we have that
Definitely,
covered.
I agree.
And then
Yes.
you do not have contact tracing.
Where? At the jury?
Jury.
No, contact tracing would come from a medical facility, CDC, or the state Department of Health and Hospitals. Because that would be a HIPAA violation too.
More work.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
a nightmare.
okay.
Motion.
Yes, can I get a motion that we put this into protocol with the changes that we said?
Madam Chairwoman, I'd like to make a motion that we accept these protocols as amended for our COVID-19 protocols for the Lincoln Parish District.
Second that motion.
All in favor?
Uh,
Opposed? Is there any other business? With no other business, meeting adjourned.